What's up guys, Tom here with Xtreme Air Vents. We're going to be doing an updated video today on the Poly turbo intakes on this 21 turbo. I just wanted to give some background on a few of the changes. We are going into the 23 season. Hopefully you guys have seen the new 23 turbo intakes on my website available. So many of you are going to be asking, and have already asked and have sent me messages, hey Tom, why did you switch to installing these with screws? Here's the reasons. What I found was that a lot of people were having to go out and buy a rivet gun. Another reason is, if let's say you accidentally tear one, or you melt, or you're on a big trip out west out here, and you somehow roll your sled over on a tree and it tears through. You want to replace it and you have a spare set in your pack. Well, in order to do that in your trailer or at the hotel or whatever, you had to have a drill bit and another rivet tool. You had to take the hood all apart, the air box off the bottom, so you could drill the rivets out, get all those pieces out, clean it out, put it all back together, install the vents. Now with screws, literally all you have to do, undo the screws, as it is right here, undo the screws, take the vent off, put a new one on, put the screws back in. Super easy. These are just the upgrades that I was looking to do to improve an already awesome vent set. So let's get to the installation. If you haven't already seen the video of the removal of the frog skins, go to my other videos and see that. I'm not going to go over that part. Basically, I'm just going to do the quick and dirty installation on how to install these with the screws and how I like to do it. So let's get to it. Okay, I did want to show you guys something that I've seen a lot of stuff come across on Facebook, Instagram, that factory frog skins are hydrophobic. That is not true. I want to show you something. Okay, I just removed these frog skins off this sled, and you can see in here, this is the water that's gotten in, run down, pooled. It's actually pooled in areas. Now there are drains down there designed specifically for that, but just so you know, Xtreme Air Vents are hydrophobic. So I use a high quality pre-filter material designed for intakes, and it's awesome material. So you can see the vents you're putting on are hydrophobic. They will not let water through. Okay, the installation is really simple. You need a 3/32 drill bit. Now, let's say you're up on the mountain, you peeled your frog skins off, you decide you're gonna put these on. These are piercing screws that come with your kit. So you could do this without pre-drilling, but if you got a warm shop and you got a place to do it, you got some time, just pre-drill them. It makes your life way easier. There's not the possibility of, while you're trying to pierce through, sliding off and puncturing the vent. So we're gonna pre-drill every single one of the holes and tighten it up. So let me show you how I do it. Okay, so you're just gonna line the vent up where you want it. And what I like to do is I like to pick one of the end ones. So either this end, or one of the sides, and then you can kind of pivot the vent around as needed. Essentially what I like to do is drill it out, put one screw in, and then work my way away from that screw. So I'm gonna put this top screw in first. Okay, that first screw is in. The biggest thing I want you guys to remember is to not over tighten these screws, okay? That's about the only way you can screw it up, is over tighten them, stripping out the plastic. It's a very coarse screw, so it holds great. Now, a lot of you may ask, hey Tom, I had vents on my sled, maybe carbon ones, and they tore and I wanted to replace them with poly, and I drilled out all the rivets. The screws will still work. They're the correct size for that hole. That's what I've done on my personal sled lots of times. So it's fine. Drill those out with a 1/8 inch drill bit, put screws in, it'll hold great. So I got the first one in, don't need to over tighten it. Then I'm gonna probably hit one of these side ones right here so that it holds my up and down, and then I'll drill them all out. Okay, here's another little trick. When you're putting the screws in, just support the screw in the head while it goes in. I've had a couple guys maybe not pay attention quite as much, or just a mistake, and the bit slips off and they punch through the vent. If that happens, don't panic. Send me an email. You can either purchase it just the vent you need, or if you have a little bit of time, you can send me that vent. I'll rewrap it. It's $5 to rewrap it, okay? Send it back to me, or go to the drop-down menu and just order another one. Exhaust side small. It's like 13 bucks or something like that. Order exhaust side small. You can order just that vent or just that vent, okay? Use the drop-down menu. Okay, so we're just gonna continue to drill these out, get the screws in. Okay, now that I've got those all drilled out, they're ready to go. So I'm actually going to remove the screws. Now what I will do is I'll go ahead and get all of these vents mostly installed, all the holes drilled out, and then I'm gonna take some E6000, I'll show you. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna put a really small bead around the vent. I will show you what I mean. A really light, small bead. It doesn't need to be squishing out the sides when you put it down, okay? Now I'm gonna set that vent on there over my holes. And then this vent is done. We'll speed it up. Okay, you can see that that vent is all done. You don't see any of that adhesive squeezing out the sides, but it's on there good. That thing isn't going anywhere. All the screws are down. That vent's done. I'll go ahead and hit the rest of these, and you can see how quick that was. Super easy. Now, removal, so simple. You could do this on the hill. Undo the screws, plop another vent on, screws back in, back in business. Okay, right here, before I put the E6000 on, one thing I like to always check, look down here in the air box, see if there's any of these, like there's one right there, little plastic shards from drilling. That's not gonna really do anything going through your motor because it's just plastic, but I'd rather not have any debris down in there that could potentially get into my motor or through the turbo. So just look in there if you need to, vacuum that area out, but this one's ready to go now. We'll E6000 it, put the screws in for sure this time. Okay, you guys may notice that I'm not using a drill bit on a drill to install these screws. The biggest reason for that is it's really hard to control how hard you're installing those screws. So just avoid the temptation. Just use a nice Phillips head screwdriver. Take your time, take them down in there so you don't over tighten them. guys, you can see how that vent is installed so rapidly. Easy tools, fits great. I don't have adhesive oozing out the sides. This vent is done. Such an easy installation. Okay, we're all finished with that install. Super simple, super durable. Those things are not coming off. A lot more strength, hydrophobic. All right, guys, the installation is complete. Like always, guys, please like and subscribe. Helps me out, helps me keep motivated to keep making videos instead of just doing this stuff myself in the garage and not taking the time to video. So I hope this stuff helps you out. Please go to www.xtremeairvents.com. Get you some vents for your turbo. So check us out, www.xtremeairvents.com. There you go. There's a spelling. Appreciate your support. Peace out.